Orizaba Technology Institute. Student Alexis Yamir Romero Solano. Fisicoquímica 1. Teacher Arturo Eret Figueiras Carrillo.
Unidad proper solution. Among the most interesting concepts that we can find in the physical chemistry, we have the Koji proper solution. We are altos proper that solution. I had and that are independent on the solute or solute. They are present in the solution. Koji had proper and directly depend on number of solute molecule. That react with the total number of molecules in the isolation. Do a addition of a non-volatile solute and are generally it the solution. Interestingly, we will define the conjugate proper solution, the important and implication. Basic concept. Below I show you the table of content. Basic concept relate of conjugate proper of solution. Solvent, solute, solution, proper of solution. Definition of the conjugate proper solution. The conjugate proper solution decreasing vapor pressure, freezer point decrease, increased by point, osmotic pressure, boiling current, see copy depth, import and implication of the conjugate proper solution. Relate to conjugate proper solution. We will start with the screen, so the concept relate in the conjugate proper of solution. Solvent. In chemical substance, we can with solid dissolve. I can dissolve liquid or gas. To its being the substance than the solvent. It is substance than the solvent and solvent to create the solution. It is vary and solid than the solvent in liquid. We can add another liquid or gas. Solution. Add non solution. It is homogeneous mixture of two or four more substances. Side mixture can molecular or ion, and the substance involved do not react with a term. Prepare and the solution. The solution by mixture of substance. High dissociation prepare that match the cure and halotures. They should prepare with classical followers. Prepare time depend on natural solute. Treat examples depend on the nature of the solute. So, for example, color, depth, thermal, conductivity, viscosity. Prepare time depend on the nature of the solvent, unlike the previous one. Tension prepare depend on the solvent, wherever time the model is in the solvent. I want to study of prepare we had subvertation, refracting index among others. Definition for conjugate proper solution. The simple definition then we can hide about the conjugate proper of the solution in the following. They are electrons proper of the solution that depend directly on the concentration on the solvent partly and not natural of the solution. This definition is very met for the light solution having a molar concentration below 0.2 and for non-volatile solutes. Liquids, there is conjugate proper and non-relate to what proper and the solute or solute for in the solution, nor sign the partly involved in the solution. Since they are the only depend on the amount of the solvent partly in the solvent, we can say the topic conjugate proper and the solution are universal fracture that depend only on the amount in the solvent molar. and the solute in relation to the number of molecules of the solvent and dissolving in the material of the solute. The Coyote proper solution. The Coyote proper are the following: draw the vapor pressure, draw the freeze point, increase the boiling point, osmotic pressure, average copy creance copy descendant. Next, we are going to describe all the 12 properties. Vapor pressure drop. When and not volatile solute and then the solvent. The vapor pressure in the solvent tends to drop. Test anomaly with the font and the number of solvent molecules in the free form the solution discrete and the pressure of the non-volatile solute. In addition, attractive force and amplifying the molecule of the solvent and the solvent, making it more difficult in the molecule to pass in the gas plus vapor in the return in the vapor pressure in the solvent. We want where grand carry of the solution with the non-volatile solute. The analytical way to the most proper induction route is expressed in the vapor press, in the solvent of flotation, in the vapor press, in the solvent and the moleculation in the solvent. As we can the following question. We are P1 vapor pressure in the solution, 1 molar fraction in the solvent, P o'clock vapor pressure on the pure solvent. In short, but note that the fraction on the solvent with kinds and moles, the vapor pressure in the solution decreases.
Next, I will show you an example of to calculate the vapor pressure and its theory. Use the following. Calculate the vapor pressure of an ideal solution that contains 92.1 grams of glycerin and 184.4 of ethanol at 40 degrees centigrade. The vapor pressure of pure ethanol is 0.178 atmospheres at 40 degrees Celsius. Glycerin is essential and non volatile at its temperature. Solution: since the solvent is the only component and volatile into solution, its vapor pressure can be calculated according to routes and shower balloons. We are those status solution. We first calculate the molar amount of each component of the solution using the proving mass data. What we do next is multiply the 92.1 times a mole over the 92.994 and this will have equal the 1 mole. They calculate the mole fraction on the solvent, which in this case is ethanol, and use and love of the calculus on vapor pressure of the solution. The mathematical operation that is done is the 4 moles. Then we had above and 1 mole plus the same 4, then it is equal to 0.800. Then we multiply 0.800 by 0.178. What's our problem? Does not have from the beginning, which pure ethanol and heat will have 0.142 atmospheres. In this evaluate output from which the problem and use from the beginning to calculate the pressure of ideal gas.
Freezer point group. This is very important property since the volume in the freeze point in the solution to be very low. with pregnant solid in the front after independent operation on the keeping of the pressure of the solution. This phenomenon is due in the addition of not volatile solid exhibit the formation of solid crystal and high temperature, freezer temperature of the solvent. A classic example of the Coyot property and adding a number of ice cubes. I can be noted that the solvent I had a false impression that the ice melt due to effect of temperature, however, and real tension with an non-volatile solid. The freezing point was its lowest, with all water in the liquid that is tempered below 0 degrees Celsius. We can express its property mathematically as follows, where freezing point decreases, freezing constant of the solvent.
Note, I will show you an example on the calculation on the freezing point and the solution and equation, and what is the freezing point and solution on 0, 20 point, and 30 of a non-volatile, non-electric solid in benzene. Solution. Pose the question and relate the freezing point pressure to a molarity of the solid on the solvent is problem is two steps. On one hand, use the center, we have the sharing on the request. One calculation on the share in the freezing point, then delta is going to the 1, it's equal to the constant when the 5 point 12 times 0.23, that is going to high on the 0.7 degrees centigrade. Subtract interchange in the solvent freezing point from the freezing point on the present solvents and the dye thread cell we had that the solution and the forwards. The freezing point on the solution is 7.0 degrees centigrade.
Boiling point increase. This protein and the inverse on the province was. Seeing the boiling point and time-wise the vapor pressure equals atmospheric pressure. It's a non-volatile solute in something of the solvent. The boiling point will increase in the directly proportional, and the molar pressure on solute white screen with the solution, and sample and prepare. In solute towards its white. Its boiling point with grad 100 Celsius atmospheric pressure. We can express this property on the following equation, where boiling point includes boiling point and the solvent.
Next, we are going to explain an example on the calculating the boiling point and the solution. The question is, what is boiling point of the solution at 0 and 3 point of non-volatile solvent in benzene? Solution. I put the question and relate the boiling point with molarity on the solvent. This problem is 2, 7 and 10 with hand and smelting. With their equation to the term and the boiling point. 1. Calculate the change in the boiling point into delta T 2.333 times 0.23. 1 is non-volatile solid time with high with quantum minus 0.183 degrees centigrade. Tingui and the elevation of the agent point the point on the boiling point on the pure solvent and turn of 18.1 degrees centigrade plus 0.83 degrees centigrade white high equals 20.9 degrees centigrade and the solution in the question. What is the boiling point on the solution? It's 18.9 degrees centigrade.
Osmotic pressure. Osmotic is spontaneous growth in what's in the solvent bath, through a semi-permeable membrane from a solution with high vapor pressure, a lower vapor pressure. These outstands and difference in the vapor pressure on both sides in the semi-permeable membrane. The osmotic pressure being the force per unit are apply on the solution to AB T-trans of for solvent from the membrane to side solution. Osmotic pressure has great application in industry with high purification and distillation to such what osmotic pressure and calculate using Vanguard, lands and followings. We are osmotic pressure in atmospheres. Vanguard factor number of small gas constant.
Note, I will explain a problem about calculating the osmotic pressure. The question is, what is osmotic pressure of 0.20 lots solution in water that is for ultravenous infusion? A body temperature 37 degrees Celsius solution. We can find the osmotic pressure using the formula that osmotic where is the Kelvin necessary and the vapor on expression in the appropriate unities. And we have the following formula. What is osmotic is equal to temperature, where T is the scale temperature and R is the appropriate expression, and use the glucose solution. Then with the equal to 0.2 mol times 0.01820 by 2020 10 degrees Kelvin. To is going to be equal to 7.6 atmosphere. When this solution is a problem, with though it's not asking you to calculate the osmotic pressure in atmospheres.
Fisicoquímica density. In this gradient the melting point, being the difference between the melting point of the pure solvent and the melting point of the solution with no volatile solvents. Contrary of probing problems and sample bed, activity of the solvent expressed in the following. We are if band for factor Fisicoquímica density constant in it expressed and small. Inputs and applications on the colloid property of solution. Colloid property as for grand input and daily life and the industrial process. And the water and core applications as to separate compounds and solution diffraction distillation. Calculate molar mass of number solids. Fertility solution are not problem in relatively imbalanced animal organisms. Create nutrient solution for vegetal irrigation. About freezer liquid by pizza. I1 detergents for organisms. Fluid liquids. Desaline software. 3 some doscoid proper. Guide the relevant imports in by industry process. Theoretical participation of chemical engineer and the art of science.